A new chapter on my dragon's path. You know, I want to share everything with you, my brothers and sisters, including the simple, harmless dreams that I have. Because sometimes they are much more than dreams, you can say. Dreams are something that you say, oh yeah, you can shrug it off like it's nothing. But last night I had one of these, you can say much more like visions. Yeah, and this was a dream about an old friend. And this old friend, and it was a long time that I've ever seen him, but it was about Lucifer, my brothers and sisters. The Lucifer, the devil himself, like this. No, it's not like that. Lucifer came to me in my dreams for the first time years ago, and he came across like a very polite, beautiful dragon. A dragon that I was, as a Catholic, I used to be very, very skeptic when it comes to the name Lucifer, because Lucifer, yeah, it's the devil. So I stepped back, but he was not having that. And we had a conversation without opening our mouth. He started with talking to me, and I understand him. And then I realized I was talking too without opening my mouth. And then I noticed that my entire body was not human but a dragon. Of course, I didn't accept that back in the day, so I said, I don't want this. And Lucifer said, don't you want that? And he said a lot of wisdom and knowledge, that I can consider the dragon god, him as a dragon god of wisdom and knowledge, because he knows everything about you, my brothers and sisters. He knows everything about me, and he knows every corner of my darkness. And I was hiding it away from myself, all of my darkness, but he brought it up. He said, you don't need to hide it, you don't need to fight it, you need to be one with it. You need to have darkness as your ally, light and darkness all together, light and dark in balance. And that is what he taught me all the way in this dream. And then I woke up, and it was just 1 minute further into the night. 1 minute. All of the things that I've seen and heard, I had an entire lesson from Lucifer, the brown dragon. And then it was just 1 minute further. But this dream that I had now, I wished somewhere that I didn't had this. Because, yeah, what is my darkness? What is my greatest darkness? Lucifer said it again to me. My greatest darkness is my hatred towards humans. And once I became a vegan, it was even worse. And that is also what Lucifer eventually said to me last night inside of a dream. That you shouldn't mind humans. They are only humans. They are only decorations. And what you have is your experience here. You don't need to mind them. You can all see them as simple humans. Just a temporary obstacle, you can say. And that you don't have to be yourself that you don't have to be consumed by the darkness. Because the darkness is something so powerful that you can use if you have control over it. But you don't have control over it. And that is what he said. You don't have to control over it. And eventually what Lucifer did is to have a meditation inside of a dream together as dragons, as equals. But then something happened in the end of the dream that I don't understand. And don't understand me wrong, the beginning of the dream, the middle of the dream, it was all amazing. But the end of the dream was a nightmare. And I don't know why Lucifer did this. Somewhere I actually knew. He just wanted to know how my feelings were. He can feel that. He was, in the end of the meditation that we can have, I learned so much from just one dream. And but then from one moment to another, he was like having pain or something. And I was concerned because don't have pain. The worst thing that you can do to me is to see a dragon in pain. And it seemed that Lucifer had pain everywhere. And I didn't want it. I mean, that is something that despised so much. A dragon in pain. And Lucifer, he was like the god of wisdom and knowledge, so don't have pain. And then he was vomiting blood, and then he was falling down on the ground dead. And I did not accept that. I did not want to accept that he was dying, because he's a god. He cannot die, he's a god. And all of the things that happened, in that room, I don't know where we were, but I suppose it was the void or something like this, because it reflects your darkness. And that place reflected my darkness so well. But it was like a lesson that I had to learn. And what I could understand from my emotions, once Lucifer lay dead on the floor with blood coming out of his mouth, the energy inside of the room changed. And everything, I felt fear, and I felt anger, and I felt anger towards humans again, and everything that I blame on them, I felt so much darkness, and I could not control it. And yeah, and that is pain, fear, everything at once, all of the dark energies at once. I was like an explosion of energies. Once I woke up, it was just 1 minute further, again 1 minute further that I had with Lucifer. 1 minute, all of that, 1 minute. The dragon, everything is different when you meet up with dragons. It's different realms, different dimensions, different times, different everything. Actually, I hope, my brothers and sisters, and I recommend that you meet Lucifer one day. I know that he's not dead. I know that this was just a test, but I don't know, I could have failed that because I could not control the darkness. That is something that I should work on, because Lucifer said that I had to control my darkness. You don't have to fight it. You don't have to fight your hatred. You don't have to fight it. They are just obstacles. Don't let obstacles fail your test. But to me, what we have, and that is also what I said to Lucifer, that without opening my mouth, that I was tired. I was so tired of this. And I don't belong here. And it felt that I don't belong here. And that we are in the wrong place. And he nodded. He said, of course it is. But it's still a test that we have to endure. It's still a test that we need to go through. So my brothers and sisters, Lucifer, I immediately recognized him. He was so like the old one, like I saw him before, and he's, every dragon is beautiful, but he has this extra layer of beautifulness on him, and big wings and large scales and large, oh my goddess, large arms. It's because he's the devil for a lot of people, that he has large arms. Goddess. But it hurt so much to see him in pain. And I was wishing to let this pain come over to me. Don't give him the pain. So, but it wasn't going to me. It was not going to me. I saw him dying, and that is the worst thing, I had to, what is it with these dreams and dying dragons? I cannot stop that. It's a constant test, always to keep myself from being consumed by darkness. That is what Lucifer actually said. You have this hatred and darkness towards humanity so much that I am even afraid of it, he said. And I said to myself, it's not that bad. Oh, it is. And it even became worse once they became a vegan. That is also what he said. Of course, I became a vegan because of my dragon's path, because of my garden, because of what people do to animals and what they would do to dragons. To be very honest, that is a lesson that I had from Lucifer that was really needed. He said a lot of things actually that were so dark that I cannot say what it was, because that is very personal. The things that he always said to me were very personal, but now he was concerned. He was concerned about my darkness. He was concerned that it should be going away. It should go away, he said. It should be more in balance. It's not in balance. Your darkness and your light is not in balance. The more energy, the more magic and energy that you emit, the more it is only darkness. And I can feel that, he said. I can feel only darkness with you. It should be more in balance. And that is what Lucifer is. You know, Lucifer means the light barrier. And that is what he tried to do with me. He wanted to bring more light because I was not in balance. And whenever dragon spirits are not in balance, then the dragon gods should be there to help you, to guide you, to aid you, and to be in balance once more. And that is what I had in this dream. I loved this dream. It remains with me. It keeps with me. It's whenever I had a dream about a dragon, never mind Lucifer, it's, you know, every single second that happened inside of this dream is something that I can remember to the details. I could even remember how I breathed, how I stepped, how I lost my skin, even that I could even feel the horns. I mean, everything. So Lucifer, he's demonized very much by people, but it's actually him that says, don't worry about them. That is so, you know, isn't that ironic, my brothers and sisters? You know, that he, the one that is demonized so heavily, that I stepped away because of my Catholic background, that I stepped away from him, not because I was skeptic, but for his name, because of people, of humans. And then he said, you shouldn't feel so much darkness for humanity. You shouldn't, because it's eating you alive. And that is, I said, I'm tired. I'm tired, actually. And he said, I know. That is the only thing that he said, I know. And of course, he came to me and he also touched me, and it was actually very beautiful whenever he did that. Knowing who I am, what I am, saying all of the details in my life, in my previous life, in the next life. He knows everything, and that is why I say to you, it's very interesting to have Lucifer by your side. He can tell you so many things about yourself. I don't know if it's going to be polite or not or whatever. To me, he was very polite. He was a very friendly dragon, and I hope to see him again soon.